French inhale. I like the way you French inhale.
First time in a long time.
Do it again. French inhale.
Hey y'all, what's poppin'? It's me, Shaila, and I'm back with another video. And this is
Liz
and
Steph.
And today, the same day. This is the second part of the first video, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put the link in the description box. So let's talk about all of the things that happened at this trip that we went to. We call it Laredo. That's all we say. We just say Laredo. We know what we're talking about. We're going to talk about what happened there and what happened before that. So, Liz, do you want to start?
It all started on Mo's party. So like you have to like really watch the other video in order to get this one. So go watch that video,
and then we're gonna pick up on this part.
We knew her and Arnold, but we met these other two guys which were a ride to the party. So after the party, we got tighter. Like we got tight, you know.
Tight as hell. We had a whole group chat on Snapchat, and it was like stupid. We were just always talking and spamming each other.
Like a savage crew or something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what we're called.
Yeah.
Aw, throwback.
Well, mind y'all, I wasn't involved in. I was involved in the trip to Laredo.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't personally
Like physically
there
she
with
wasn't
them.
there with us.
But like, I was involved in todo el mugrero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I don't talk much,
Excuse
just
it,
because
but
that.
she's here
Yeah.
for emotional support.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's because she did have.
She
like,
does
a
have
big
like
part.
parts that she has
At
to
least
talk
in my parts because
You understand it. Okay.
So after the party we got super tight, right? So
we went to this pizza place, and we went to the convention center, took a bunch of pictures, and we went to the movies together, and we watched
a scary
movie. And yeah, so that's kind of what happened. We were all getting tight. She ended up kind of almost talking to.
You already said his name on the other one.
Okay,
so.
So she started to kind of become a thing with Willie or whatever, and it was getting kind of like, oh shit, you know. So we were all quick.
I had already left my ex at that time.
Yeah, they had already broken up.
her John Doe in
Her
the
John
other
Doe.
video.
Insert face here. Oh, that's
Hell no! I don't even have.
This video should be called "Exposing Our
Shade
Exes."
sis,
Our
if you want to call it.
After all that stuff happened, we decided to go on a trip to Corpus Christi. This was the original plan.
We had gone out a few times to the park before planning all of that. And then when we were like at the park and stuff, we were all just like, man, like we should really just like have like a whole freaking like day or like a week, alright, but
Weekend or a weekend?
yeah, weekend. Like where we just like all go out and like hang out for that weekend or that day. So that lit up
To us trying to go to Corpus Christi, right? And I asked my mom. My mom was totally fine with it. She was just like, okay, go ahead, you know, have fun. Because she had already met the boys. She knew all the boys. She knows them. She knew everyone. So she didn't have a problem with it. And her on the
other hand, my mom is like very
strict
yeah.
as fuck.
That's where I come in.
Yeah.
So I had to make up this whole lie because I knew for sure my mother
Was not gonna let her go to this trip.
yeah.
Cause mind you, like her mom would barely even let her sleep over at my place
And they've been best friends for years.
since like we've been best friends for like years, but we've known each other since we
like
were
like pre-K.
pre-kinder, yeah. So like that's the only reason her mom even lets her go out with me, like to this day.
That's how strict she is. So I had to make up this whole lie, right? And I told her, I was like, oh mom, hey, like Steph and her mom invited me to the beach, right? So
Mind you, we had already gone to the beach a couple of times.
we were gonna go, like that was very true, but I didn't end up going because I had like something came up that I couldn't go. So I was just like, oh no, you know, it's okay, like just go, right? Like that was Thursday or something like that.
She's talking about it before.
Yeah, like originally you guys that's when you took one instead of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like
here. Just kidding.
and I used that as an excuse to go out with them to Laredo.
Yeah.
So I told my mom like,
So that
hey.
was her cover-up story.
Yeah, basically
And-
that I was going to the beach with her family. She was like, okay, well if it's with her, then yeah, go.
Yeah.
I felt bad, guys, but you know, like I wanted to have fun.
What were you gonna say?
My family wasn't at the beach though.
Oh yeah, that was a complete lie. Like, it was literally just a cover-up story.
I feel so guilty.
The next day comes around, and they pick me up first, right?
Yeah, they picked you
They
up.
picked me up first.
And that day, y'all were still, like, when I was already on the bus on my way to, like, Corpus to the military camp or whatever, they were still texting me, like, hey, don't get on that bus, that we'll pick you up.
Oh, yeah, we were trying so hard to get her to
like,
go with us.
And you can just throw your, because, okay, every time I go on this camp, it's a military camp with the ROTC program at my school, right? It's like a legit military camp. We go to this camp in Corpus Christi and we do like military, like strictly military stuff. We wake up and we do PT in the morning at 4 in the morning. We run a mile and then we do sit-ups, push-ups, curls. We swim or whatever, right? So we stay there for like a whole week. Well, in this case, it was spring camp, so it was 3 days only. So we had to carry this big ass duffel bag with like our ACUs, which are like military uniforms, the camo uniforms, and with like clothes to change and shirts and stuff. And like that's the only thing I had with me. So I was like, hell no, I'm not about to go to fucking like a Laredo trip instead of like my military trip. Cause like what the fuck, right?
Which
like
kind of resulted in being a really good thing that she didn't come.
Yeah,
that's true.
So and then,
smart choices, guys.
Yeah, so then they pick me up, right, whatever, and then I'm laying down in the back. We go pick up Leslie, and then we had to make another quick stop at Marco's uncle's something. I don't remember what the fuck happened. We go to Willie's.
Oh yeah, we go to Willie's.
Oh my gosh.
Because he still hadn't like told his mom that he was gonna like be gone for like a whole day. So he kind of like had trouble telling his mom that too, that he was just gonna like go somewhere, right?
He was gonna bounce.
So we
He took like
go,
an
go,
hour.
go, right, and he never freaking did it. And we were like, dude, go. So then finally all the boys go together, right? All of y'all went together. All the boys go together.
Oh, because he was like, nah, look, if we all go, she can't tell me shit. So let's go.
What did she say? She's gonna be like, no pendejo. She's gonna be like, no pendejo.
His mom didn't end up carrying. She was just like, siempre está bueno vete, and like, go.
And so we finally took off, right? And at this point, we had already picked up Arnold. So, oh, and then Arnold comes out. He gets into the freaking. I had like 2 bags packed. She had what, a bag?
Yeah, just like a little bag.
She had a bag. I had 2 bags packed. Okay. But he shows up with no shirt, fucking sandals, shades, and a jacket. That's all he had. And his phone. That wasn't even connected.
That's so funny because we were like, bro, like, we're gonna be gone for a day, and you literally, like, nothing, no traes nada.
He didn't bring nothing. He didn't bring a bathing suit. He didn't bring extra boxers. He didn't bring nothing. We finally take off, right, whatever. And when I tell you right now, we had every reason not to go to this freaking place.
Yo, so we still hadn't left to go to Laredo when we stopped at this gas station. And yo, my grandma calls. Oh my god. I was like, Shaila, this is the end of me. I'm screwed.
Assistance.
Yeah, so I answered my grandma's call, right? And I was like, oh, hey, grandma, what's up? And she was like, where's Steph's mom? And I was like,
it's over.
When I tell you, my heart skipped 1,000 beats. My heart sank.
Se le salió el pinche corazón por el culo y lo trajo en la mano.
Yeah, like literally, I was like, oh, I had to like lie to her. I was like, oh, she's in the restroom with the girls. I'll tell her to call you when she gets out. So that's when I told Shaila, like, yo, my grandma wants to talk to Steph's mom. What the fuck are we gonna do?
I tried to pretend to be Steph's mom. She called you again?
Yeah.
And then I answered and I was like, oh, like whatever, like we're just here eating. We're eating some like seafood, blah blah blah. Like,
but my grandma also knew who she was.
Yeah, like right off the bat.
Because of the Laredo, the most party, they went to my house to get ready, as we mentioned in the video.
So she had already met all of us.
Yeah.
She had met me. And then
so she recognized her voice, but she didn't tell me right away. She just told her, cuando regrese, when you guys come back,
I want to talk to you in person.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh shit.
She was already like paranoid as hell. She was
I was like,
I'm caught. I'm screwed.
Was that like early in the morning when y'all were like?
It was like 2.
No.
It was early.
Yeah, it was early. It was like 11.
Oh.
Right? Because we left at Willie's like at 10.
Y'all could have done. Y'all could have done a fucking 3-way call and you could have put me on the phone.
Bitch, your phone
You
was
wouldn't.
off.
Yeah, you wouldn't answer.
Bitch, I was on the freaking buzz.
Then why didn't you
now.
answer?
You didn't answer.
You didn't
They texted you
answer.
1,000 times.
Yeah,
They
we
called you and
did.
everything. You didn't have your
We
phone on.
called you, we bombed you, bro.
Oh, that's true. Cause once I passed like a certain area into Corpus, my phone wouldn't get no more signal. Y me acuerdo que estaba ahí toda pendeja bien dormida, and they took pictures of me and shit asleep.
We're taking off, right? Whatever.
I wanted
and
to go back. I was just like, guys, I'm caught. Like,
She was
what's
already
the
like,
point?
it's over. She didn't
Yeah.
want to go, and I was like, are you sure? And then she's like, fuck it at the end. Those words got us into so many problems, bro.
It's just like, you're caught already. Might as well just go have fun. And my little dumbass was just like,
okay. We were taking off, right? Whatever. Willie's car just goes. I was like, oh shit, I'm on the expressway, and his car just died, and we're like,
funny.
send
Well,
help.
We were on our way where we had to pass a checkpoint con Falfurias.
And nobody had their ID, birth certificate. Nobody had anything on us. We were like, we can't go through there. So it's like, we have to figure out somewhere else to go. We're like, all right, let's go to Laredo. And then we're trying to get there. We messed up the directions twice. And we do like U-turns. And then
Oh my god.
that was already like the third sign that was like, don't go to this trip, bro. And
We
were
had
like,
so many things come up where we could have just been like, okay, you know what, we're jumping
let's call it
everything.
off.
Yeah.
So we pull over to this O'Reilly's, right? Or AutoZone. I don't know.
Oh
We
yeah,
pull over
to
somewhere.
fix Willie's truck.
And Arnold, the one that never wants to take responsibility for anything, he is the one that fixed the car so we can make it all the way to Laredo. And when we get there, what happens?
We were so tired because during the whole ride, it was like me and Willie in the front, and we were. I had the GPS, and he was driving, and these bitches over there in the back
We were having a
we were having
blast.
all the fun, and me and Willie were just like, fucking.
We were like, lo que
bitches.
pasó, pasó.
I remember, like, I would just get up sometimes and be like, yeah, but I was super tired because, again, like, I was already
Yeah.
freaking caught, and I was just, like, paranoid. I was like, I'm fucking screwed, I'm fucking
So
screwed.
that's stressed. and shit.
Yes, like, I literally was having, like, 20 mental breakdowns.
Panic attacks.
I was having so much anxiety. Like,
Oh, and then on top of that, freaking Willie was taking, what was it called?
pre-workout.
Pre-workout while he was driving, and he was listening to rock music, and we were so scared for our lives because he was like, oh, his muscles were like moving around, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die. But we didn't die, we made it. We got off in the hotel, and it was booked, right? Marco's on
Yeah,
had already booked
Marco
it.
had
Marco's
booked it.
aunt had already booked it for him, so then we're like, all right, so we head up.
We
We
literally
lay
didn't
down.
do anything much. Like,
Yeah, like we did
we
all that
got
for
there.
nothing.
we took a nap, and then we were
We
just
got up.
like, let's go to the pool.
Oh yeah, we went to the pool for a while, and then after the pool, we got ready for the mall.
Yeah.
We went to the mall, and everyone in the mall in Laredo, and I don't mean to throw shade, but
Literally.
everyone was like,
Everybody
then-
was being a bitch too.
yeah, everyone was like real sangrones,
like why? We're over here all being nice and stuff, and like they were just like, and we're like, we go back to the hotel.
and me and Leslie were trying to take a freaking nap when we came
Oh
back.
my
'cause
God,
we were so
yeah.
tired.
These guys.
And the guys were playing this game called, what was it called?
Meme something?
Meme something?
Name the meme or something like that.
Mimi? I don't know. And they were laughing and laughing and talking about farmersonly.com, and I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Pornhub.
Oh yeah, they're talking about Cornhub. It was just stupid. And
I was
then-
fed up with their shit. Like literally, I just
Yeah.
wanted to sleep because I was super tired. I was stressed. I was like still panicking
Oh,
because
and
my
at this
mom
point-
kept on freaking texting and texting and texting and calling and calling and calling, and I was just
She
like,
was not giving up, bro. Like I was just like, damn. So she finally turned off her phone, and we were just like, you know what? Let's forget about it, right? Like let's just enjoy this time at this point, right? So then we had bought grapes. They're
Oh
gonna be
my
like,
God.
why'd you buy grapes?
well, see,
We bought grapes, and then we started throwing them at each other. I don't know. And me and Willie started laughing
Cool
over
Whip.
this.
I want grapes now.
Oh yeah, we
And
had Cool Whip.
This is my face the whole video.
You're so pretty. Oh, and then me and Willie are laughing at this commercial, and it was so funny to us. I don't know why, but we were just laughing and laughing. And then what happened?
we didn't end up going to sleep till like what, like
Bitch, too much.
all stressed, but
Me and Arnold and Marco, we all decided to leave because her and Willie want to date.
yeah, mixing.
Oh, that's when we went downtown.
Yeah, so then me and Arnold and Marco, we left and we started.
You guys
to-
went downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't party. We were just cruising. Went downtown in Willie's car, and we didn't have no GPS. Marco's phone was slow as hell, so that was no help. It was like we were just driving. We didn't know
I
where we
just
were
got
going.
us around.
Yeah, so he was.
How did
just,
you guys even make it back?
Dude, I don't even know. Arnold has a good brain.
I'm a GPS.
Yeah. We go back to the hotel. Did we all fall asleep?
Yeah, we just chilled after that.
This one over here went downstairs and he was
To
doing
have
some
his fun.
things.
Because each one of us
He was
had our
doing
fun.
his thing because everyone else was doing their thing.
We just left.
That's it. We just
Literally, that was it, guys. That was it.
Oh, and then my mom had called me while we were there, and she was like, "Oh, how's Corpus?" And I was like, "Oh, me la redo." She's like, "Oh, how the fuck did you get over there?"
Shit took a turn real quick.
Real quick.
My mom, during that whole process, she made a huge scene.
Humongous.
She
had a missing persons report on Leslie. She had a police report on Willie for taking Leslie, and what else? She had already had like his information.
Yeah,
jotted
they
down,
had
right?
like they all had our information, so like they were like tracking us, bro. Like
They knew who we were and everything.
wild.
It was wild. Oh yeah, he had a missing persons report because this one over here decided to. Well, he didn't decide to, but he forgot to call his mom.
Because we were supposed to come back that night, but we didn't. I forgot to call.
Now I'm over here having the time of my life at military camp.
So Arnold had a threesome. Oh, real mad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look, si viste.
Everyone had fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
I was getting tortured.
oh my god. So guys, it was just supposed
Not
to
like
be
that.
a 1-day trip.
Oh
You had fun?
Tell me why. After we left Laredo, we came back, right? And y'all would think that we were gonna go home, like to each other's houses.
Oh, you had fun.
Well, no, it wasn't like
Oh,
that.
bitch, my neck snapped. Ooh.
You had fun, huh?
We all had fun. It was a fun day.
You had fun, Shaila?
It was a fun day, baby. We went to
had
the
fun?
mall. We
As
ate
much as you had
Chinese.
fun.
Did you have fun?
No.
Anyways, so y'all would have thought that after the Laredo day, right, we would go back
And we were
home.
already aware about all the missing persons reports and police
Oh,
reports
yeah.
and stuff. So then,
We didn't end up going home.
mm-mm.
We ended up staying 2 more. What was it? 2 more or 1 more?
I left Friday en la madrugada.
So then we left Friday too.
We
no?
left Friday.
Yeah, we left
Yeah, we
Friday.
did.
Yeah, we left Friday.
And
And
then
then
we stayed
I
in
was-
Laredo
I
that
was at
night,
camp.
and
I
then the
was
next
at-
day we stayed at Willie's.
Cause look,
And
I
then
was
the
at
next
camp.
day
Yeah,
3
it was
days.
literally that. It was literally that weekend. So like starting Friday till Sunday.
Sunday.
Literally.
Yeah, cause Sunday when I was coming back from camp and I turned on my phone and shit,
She had all the
Y'all were-
notifications from everyone.
it's military camp, so it's like strictly no electronics. So I didn't see my phone ever. Like that Friday that I left for camp, my phone. We got to a certain point in Corpus to the camp, and my phone lost signal, so I wasn't able to receive like any message calls or like I wasn't able to listen to music or anything. Right, so I got my phone back. When was it? Sunday around like 4:30, and it's like at 100%. And I'm like, oh, nobody called, right? Because my phone was
You're
like my
wrong.
Yeah, and I turned my phone on, right? And I'm still in Corpus when I turn it on. So I had no signal whatsoever yet, and I had no notification in my notification bar. So I was like, oh, like cool, right? Like lit, like I'm worry free, stress free, right? We take account for like all our students that went to camp or whatever, and we get back on the bus, and then as soon as we're coming back to the valley from Corpus, and my phone gets like 1 bar of signal, my phone starts losing its shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I start seeing my messages, and it's like, step, where you at, we need you.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, and it's like, help, like SOS and shit, and I'm like,
SOS.
I'm like, what the fuck, what the fuck is going on, right? And I had no idea, like, I had heard them mention the freaking Laredo trip to me.
Because mind you, we
But-
were trying to get her to go.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, like, they probably didn't even go or whatever. And
What
then,
am I doing?
like,
You know we don't play no games.
aside from messages from them, I had like this whole other like million notifications from her mom, her mom, her grandma, her grandpa, all her tias.
Her John Doe at the time.
Her John Doe at the time.
Who else?
And then, like, I had, mind you, the fucking messages I had from her mom and her grandparents and her tios were fucking scary. It was like, más te vale que no tengas nada que ver tú en esto. Si tienes algo que ver en esto, ya no vas a tener muchos problemas. Te vamos a echar la policía. And like, you better this, you better that. And que no sé qué. So I was shitting
what
my
I had
pants.
to live with, like.
I was shitting my fucking pants because that's my best friend,
So
right?
y'all can imagine me, like, the one that had to go back home to
And
that.
so I had like a whole fucking mental breakdown on my way back home from camp because I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck am I gonna have to deal with when I get back home? So I get home, I call my mom to come pick me up, and I'm telling her like everything that's going on, and she's like, oh yeah, her mom came to the house to look for her, and well apparently she was supposed to be at the beach with us for those 3 days that she was gone. And I was like,
it was just one.
And
but
I was
because
like,
I was so, like, paranoid.
and I was like,
scared.
well, and I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, right? And she's like, yeah, so, like, where the fuck were you? My own mom, right? She was like, so where were you? And she saw me get on the charter bus in my, like, army uniform and, like, with a bunch of billion other, like, ROTC cadets, right? So she had no reason to not trust the fact that I was at camp. She's like, where were you? Why didn't you answer your phone? Why don't I have a call from you? And I'm like, bro, like, I'm at summer camp where, like, I had no phone for those days that I was there. I was losing my shit, and I didn't want to call anybody back. I was like, should I just, like, mind my business and, like, this never happened? Or, like,
should I do something?
Yeah, and I was like, or should I go to her house, look for her, see if she's there, and probably, like, talk to her grandparents and tell them, like, yo, I had nothing to do with this. So I pop up at her crib, and, like, her grandpa and her grandma are looking at me like if I was some fucking crazy person. They're looking at me crazy, so then I'm just there, like, so...
Where's she at?
Meanwhile, I'm still with these guys.
Yeah.
It's because, like, that's why I didn't want to go home, because I was so scared. Like, I know my mom and I know my family, and they're, like, super Mexican. So, like, your consequences, like, bitch.
Ooh, bitch, let me tell you, you don't know this. You don't know this, but I got there, and I told your grandpa, because I specifically, like, spoke to your grandpa. And I was like, where's she at? Like, where? And she's like, no, hombre. He was like, esta cabrona ni siquiera ha tenido los huevos para llegar a la casa. And I was like, so is she still gonna live here? and I told him, I was like, is she still gonna live here, right? No. He was like, no. Llegando se me va a ir y no la quiero volver a ver aquí. And I was like, espérate, verga.
Because at that time I was living with them because something had happened that I was like...
It was a life-changing event where she had to move in.
So I was like, I was shook.
But I was still, like, good with my mom. Like, I would go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was shook to my core. So I was like, okay, well, bye. Grandparents'
Low-key,
house.
I didn't want to live with them anymore, but... No shade, though. I love my grandparents. Like, even though all of this happened, I still love them, you know?
I leave from her grandparents' house. I leave from her grandparents' house, and I go to her mom's house, right? And I'm like, oh, well, she was probably too scared to come to her grandparents' house, so she's probably with her mom. But, like, her mom wasn't even there either, and I come across her stepdad.
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And,
I hate that man.
Like,
he's not even a man. I hate that male.
That
whatever
person,
it
that
is.
thing.
Yeah, whatever it is.
mind you, like, I don't get along with her stepdad.
No one gets along with her stepdad.
Yeah. So I get there. This guy was standing at the fucking door like this, with his arms crossed, right? And he was like, como si me estuviera esperando. Like, he was waiting for me there at the freaking door. So I was like, ¿Qué tú qué? I was like, what do you want, right? And then he was like, he was like, what do you want? And then he was like, and then I told him, I was like, where's my friend? And then I tell him, I was like, where's my friend, right? Where's Leslie? And he's like, oh, ella, like, oh, her. I don't know. He was like, I'm expecting you to know where she's at. I was like, do you not see And I told him, I was like, oh, well, I just came, like, I want to talk to her mom, and, like, I want to talk to her to see, like, how everything's going, because I saw all these messages on my phone, and I don't know what's going on. Like, I was still shook as hell, because I didn't know what was going on. He was like, well, nobody's here, so you can try coming back later when they're here, and you can talk to them, because I have no reason to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want to fight? Just like, you know what? I'll come back later. So I just turned around and I left, and I went home, and I took like a good shower.
It's basically at the end, she got grounded for like a year.
It felt like forever, man.
It was forever, but
Well,
then
I mean, we would go out, me and you.
Yeah.
But like once.
But even then, like my mom still was like checking up on me all the freaking time.
Yeah.
She was like, she was making sure that I was with her and I wasn't like going anywhere. Because she was
and then she had to like sneak a phone to school and back to talk to us.
Oh my god, because she wouldn't let me go out at all. Like I literally, it was from school, home, and that's it. Like
that's it.
And she had taken my phone away from me, so I was like, like I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So luckily I had like my old phone, the Galaxy one.
Oh yeah,
I
the
had
Galaxy.
the Samsung one.
And she
so
had
I was
to sneak
using
it
that.
past her mom and sneak it past back home because she would use it at school, but then she would also use it at home to talk to us.
Sometimes I would take it, no?
Because my mom, she was tracking everything, like literally. I was like, oh shit.
So because of that, because she wasn't letting her go out with us anymore, we're like, bitch, we miss you. So we all had to like jump the fence and dip school because we needed to spend time together. And she couldn't. I mean, she had a lot of priorities and stuff she had to uphold. But
so did I. Like I was taking college classes, but I was still like, I was like, you know what? If you're gonna deprive me, well, might as well just,
all the way.
Okay. I'm still doing good, by the way.
Yeah,
so
she's passing her classes. Don't worry about her. She's fine.
I passed all my classes that semester too, even though like we skipped a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you go to my actual like student profile or whatever at the school, and you look at like, so it shows you charts of your calendar and like when you've been tardy and when you've been absent and all that.
It looked like one bloody murder
It was
scene.
just like all red because I missed so much. I missed 44 days in total. I counted and it was crazy.
I had like 60 something.
Yeah,
like
and then Arnold had like 60
I had
something.
like 20 something. Like 20, 30 something.
And then like the rest of our friends also had a bunch. Like everyone was just all over the place.
But the other two were already going to college.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about.
Oh.
But yeah. So it was psychotic. So we
wild.
have. If y'all want to hear story times about when we would dip from school and we would go places.
Skipped in Contreras class.
Oh
my
yeah.
God. But that was in school. So.
In school we have a lot of stories too.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, we should do story times about when we pranked him before.
Oh my god,
we
y'all.
pranked him so much my senior year. It was crazy.
We were pranking each other. Like, it was like me and you against them.
It was like a prank war. It was a whole prank war that we had. But
it was funny.
So, if you guys want to hear about those stories, let me know.
I feel so excluded.
Why? I'm sorry.
No,
I wasn't involved in all of this.
No, yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
She was, but she wasn't physically there.
Yeah.
But we are going to be making new memories all together, so y'all stay tuned so you can watch our adventures live. Okay.
We've had some recent ones where we're like, I go to her house, sleep over, and we just...
Ooh, oh.
Coming soon on my channel.
Thank y'all to anybody who watched this video and making it to the end. And I appreciate y'all watching it from the bottom of my heart. And these are my friends.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Leave a decent comment, nothing bad.
Because they'll come for you. No, I'm just kidding.
We will.
I will.
We're always in the comment sections. Like, nothing but support.
And stay tuned. Description. I will link the last YouTube video. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.
Bye.